Actor Kal Penn has become the latest famous face to mock Kellyanne Conway after she was pictured kneeling on Oval Office couch in heels. Penn, who stars in the political drama Designated Survivor, posted a picture of himself posing on the show's Oval Office set. With his pants hitched up to his knees, Penn knelt on the couch, with his phone in his hand and a confused look on his face. The picture, which has been liked on Twitter more than 4,500 times, was posted with the caption "Kellyanne." It was a clear jibe at Conway, who faced a fierce backlash after she was seen checking her phone, kneeling on the couch with her shoes on as President Trump met with leaders of historically black universities on Monday. She was later forced to apologize over the blunder, saying she meant no disrespect after being lampooned online and in the media. The counselor to the president said there was not much room to stamp and she wanted to get the right angle of the leaders of historically black colleges and universities. Penn, who has starred in various TV shows and films such as Harold and Kumar and House, has been an outspoken critic of Trump since he first announced his campaign. Additionally, he served as an associate director of the White House's Office of Public Engagement under President Obama's administration. He also worked as a White House speechwriter under the former president. He has also criticized Conway on a number of occasions, including her insistence there was a Bowling Green massacre that never actually happened. The White House advisor has come under fierce criticism on Twitter, with many calling her out for how disrespectful the pose is. At one point, with her heels digging into the delicate fabric of the couch, Conway is seen to be texting on her phone while President Trump met with his invited guests. She told Lou Dobbs on Fox Business Network, "These are the presidents and other leaders within the historically black college and universities, and they came to visit the White House." Of course, just today, the president signed the executive order on HBCUs, and I had an occasion to speak at length to many of those leaders before that picture and after that picture and again today. And I really want to thank so many of them for coming to my defense, because they were in the room and they know I was being asked to take a picture in a crowded room with the press behind us. I was asked to take a certain angle and was doing exactly that. I certainly meant no disrespect. I didn't mean to have my feet on the couch. It is not clear why Conway had to take a photo on her cell phone instead of having a professional photographer document the historic moment. Users on Twitter were quick to mock the advisor's own ill-advised pose, with many shocked at the lack of formality displayed in such a formal setting. A number of online commentators noted how casual Conway's pose appeared to be, considering the administration was making an effort to reach out to the black community. Shocking and bizarre. How do you get that comfortable in your boss's office? Especially in front of guests? Just when you think this administration couldn't shock you anymore, wrote one user, while another thought the pose was more appropriate for someone at home. "I sit on my couch like that only when I'm watching TV and having the munchies though." Even so-called Kellyanne fans were dismayed by the lack of respect shown by the president's counselor. "I'm a Kellyanne fan, but that is appalling. My mother never let us put our feet on the furniture. She sits in a desk chair with both feet and shoes bundled up under her in full view of the public as she scrolls through her phone." The outrage over Conway's sitting position is simply the latest in a long line of criticism aimed at the advisor. She has faced scrutiny over her conduct as an advisor for a number of things. Last week, a group of 15 legal ethics professors made a complaint to the bar, accusing her of misconduct. Despite Conway's apparent lackadaisical approach, some commentators recalled the conservative outrage when former President Barack Obama was photographed putting his feet on the desk in the Oval Office. Ronald Reagan never entered the Oval Office without a jacket. Obama poses for crotch shots with foot on desk, tweeted broadcaster Ezra Levant at the time. Mr. Obama was often pictured with his feet on the Resolute desk, which was given to President Rutherford B. Hayes by Queen Victoria in 1880. In the various photos throughout his 2 terms as president, he would often be seen discussing affairs of the state with his advisors and counselors in a relaxed pose. Yet whether debating tragic events or vital economic policy, the president was often more reclined than those around him, with his feet resting on White House furniture.